Alright, so Turning Point just went off there, and I gotta say it was okay to pretty good show. And before I get into the actual review in itself, I just want to thank each and every one of you guys who were able to make it to the pre-show, which we had at 6 p.m. before the actual TNA Turning Point itself, and it made up for a good show. And we did get to talk about what we didn't get to talk about in the last pre-show, and also stay tuned for the next pre-show, which will actually be for the Survivor Series, which will be at 3 p.m. this up and coming Sunday. So hopefully, guys, you will be able to make it to that show and spread the word there, and hopefully, I get to see you guys there as well. So as always, it makes up for one hell of a show, and you guys cannot miss it. So that's what basically happened there for the pre-show. And the Turning Point in itself, like I mentioned, it was okay to pretty good. It did have its moments, and there were some, matches I liked, and some matches I didn't really care for. So I will be talking about, the matches and stuff like that, and you guys can let me know what you guys thoughts are on Turning Point in itself in the comments. So getting with the first match, we had the TV Championship on the line, Eric Young against Robbie E in this one. And this one was an okay opener. We see some pretty good things by Robbie E and as well with Eric Young. And also we got to see Rob Terry in the way basically help Robbie E in this one. Basically, in the way that's what helps him get the win here. And I would have preferred Eric Young to get the win, but unfortunately that didn't happen. And Robbie E is, yes, he new, and one of the new champions that we did get to see, and we did get to see two new champions, but one of them ended up being Robbie E becoming the new TV champion. So like I mentioned, I would have preferred Eric Young over Robbie E, but it is what it is. So we'll have to see what's going to happen with Robbie E, since he's the new TV champion. So didn't really care for that. Then we get into the TNA Tag Team Championships, which are on the line. We had Inc. against Mexican America. And this one basically in a rematch, if you will, from Bound for Glory. And with this one, I thought Inc. was going to get the win here, but that didn't exactly really happen either. And also, this one was treated as a mixed six-person tag, which I didn't really get that too much at all, really. Since we have Texina, I believe her name is, and as well as Serena get involved here, so that's why we had that mixed person tag team match for the championships. So that was definitely something new there for me. But it was a pretty good match in itself, and in the end, Mexican America does get the win here and retains the tag team championships. I would have preferred Inc. as well to get the win here, since they didn't really get the win at Bound for Glory. But that's basically it when it comes to that. But it was a pretty good match, so I did enjoy that too as well. Then we get into the next match, another championship match. We got the X Division Championship on the line, triple threat match. Austin Aries taking on Jesse Sorensen and as well Kid Cash. And this one was a good triple threat. Basically, we had Kid Cash and as well Austin Aries trying to get the double team on Jesse Sorensen and trying to take him out. But in the end, Kid Cash was trying to basically get his shot at the championship, and we see a little altercation kind of a Kid Cash and as well Austin Aries. And we did get to see pretty good stuff by Jesse Sorensen too in this one, which I didn't think he was ready for the championship, but in a way, it was kind of a good tryout for him, basically, to see what he can do in the championship match. And he did some pretty good things there, so I was pretty impressed about it, what he did there. So in the end, Austin Aries does retain and is still the X Division champion, so that's a good thing when it comes to that. So nothing really bad to say about that when it comes to Austin Aries winning it there. Then we get into Christopher Daniels against Rob Van Dam, and this one was another disqualification match. And this one, I enjoyed this one with both of these guys, and they put on a good match here. And I'm going to run things down a little bit briefly where we did get to see. Of course, we did get to see the chair shot, and as well as the use of a screwdriver almost at one point by Christopher Daniels, and to see the use of a chair by RVD. Obviously, the headlock here, as well as the leg sweep and the arm drag, as well, of course, the Rolling Thunder by Rob Van Dam, and as well as the spring kick and the leg drops. And in a way, it was kind of mostly all RVD at one point. Then eventually, Christopher Daniels was able to come back. In the end, RVD does, yes, it was able to defeat Christopher Daniels, which would have been better if Daniels won, but it is what it is with that. So it still was a good match, though. Anyway, so I did enjoy that as well. And then we get into a match that we didn't really care for. Of course, we got Crimson against Matt Morgan, and of course, I didn't really care for this one. Of course, Matt Morgan looking to try and take out the undefeated Crimson, and basically having that match, and it was okay. Basically, Matt Morgan wasn't able to get the win. Actually, both guys, so it was basically in a disqualification, and both guys were counted out. So didn't really like that. I wasn't really expecting that at all. To me, at least Crimson should have got the win with the spear, but it is what it is. So I didn't really care for that too much. So no men actually got the win there. Both of those guys did not get the win. So that's it when it comes to that. Alright, right after that, we got the next match here. I believe, yes, it is a tag team match. We got Bubba Ray and Scott Steiner taking on Anderson and Abyss. And with this one, I didn't get why Abyss was basically a face, but this was a pretty good tag team match, and Scott Steiner and Bubba Ray were doing good as a tag team, and basically everyone was into Scott Steiner, which is pretty interesting with that, to say the least. But they did put on a pretty good tag team match. Of course, we see the double teams and everyone getting involved in this one. And at one point, Anderson wanted to try to get the win there and get the payback from Bound for Glory. But in the end, who did get the win? And that is Abyss and Mr. Anderson were able to get the win there. And I believe it was Abyss that was able to get the Black Hole Slam. And yeah, Abyss was able to get the win there. So that's it when it comes to that one. Then we get into the Knockouts Championship between Gail Kim and Velvet Sky, and this one was a good Knockouts match between these two. And basically, running things down a little bit briefly, what we did get to see here, we see the nice kicks by Gail Kim in this one, as well as the arm strike and the jackknife. Basically, the roll up there. We see the pretty nice chemistry between these two, and it made up for a good match. And with this one, Gail Kim, yes, is your new Knockouts champion and one of the new champions of the night. So basically, we only had two new champions, the Fryby becoming the TV champion, and as well Gail Kim winning the Knockouts championship. So I do give my congrats to her, but I would have preferred her basically to get the win at the next pay-per-view, so Velvet can at least hold the championship a little while longer. But I do give my props to Gail Kim. We'll have to see where this is gonna go. And I wasn't really expecting her to be a double champion, but like I mentioned, I do give my congrats. So it was a good match, so nothing really basically too bad to say about that. So yes, Gail Kim is a new Knockouts champion and one of the other new champions of the night. So that's it when it comes to that. Then we get into Jarrett against Jeff Hardy, basically battle the Jeffs, I should say here. And with this one, basically, Jeff Hardy got the Twisted Fate the first time. Then we were able to get the match basically get underway there. The second time didn't really go so well for Jeff Jarrett, and Jeff Jarrett ended up losing once again right after that. So, the second time it was pretty good. I was hoping it would end like that with Twisted Fate in the beginning. So that's it when it came to that. So Jeff Hardy, anyway, I gets the win basically twice over Jeff Jarrett. Alright, after that. Alright, right after that, then we get into, of course, the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, which was on the line. Bobby Wood against AJ Styles. This one was a good main event, and running things down a little briefly on what we did get to see here. Alright, so I do apologize for that brief little distraction, but as I was getting into with the TNA World Heavyweight Championship on the line, we got Bobby Roode versus AJ Styles, and this made up for a good main event between these two. I'm running things down a little briefly on what we did get to see here. We see the small blow between these two on the outside, and as well we see the good spots by AJ Styles in this match, and some good things too as well from Bobby Roode as well. We see the suplex as well by AJ Styles, the turnbuckle shots, and as well as the chops too here as well, and the give back and forth, basically good chemistry between these two as well. And in the end, who ends up getting the win? But yes, Bobby Roode does get the defeat over AJ Styles and basically gets to keep the championship a little while longer, which I was hoping for, so that was a good thing when it came to that. So Bobby Roode, yes, is still the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, and that's basically comes to a close with TNA Turning Point. And that's about does it with this review as well in itself. So let me know basically what you guys' thoughts are on Turning Point, what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you thought should have been more differently. And definitely, of course, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions, so definitely do not be afraid to leave a comment. And hopefully I will get to see you guys, like I mentioned, for the next pre-show, which will be for the Survivor Series, and will be at 3 p.m. this time. And that about does it for this review, and as always I will talk to you guys definitely later on. Peace.